Hello everyone and welcome back to Solar Expanse. I had tried this out a few months ago. It has had many updates since, and I think I'll try from scratch because I've probably forgotten everything. This is version 0.26.7.16.10, which I read to mean that it was updated in July of this year. And it's still in beta. It is labeled an early access game. So I'm gonna start from scratch. I've got my own music. The music is not their music. The music is my music. That's for safety's sake. I'll put the music credit on the top. That's from OC Remix. OC Remix music. So, what we see here is we've got a choice of organizations. Solex is probably SpaceX. It doesn't really matter. Even if you pick somebody else, you end up with a SpaceX looking rocket. But then again, that's fair because they all are trying to make SpaceX looking rockets anyway. So I guess that's just how it is. I really wish I could play JAXA, which is the closest thing. Or maybe if I could make my own they call them corporations. I will play. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't have used the ESA logo, by the way. They probably could. Same with NASA, but... Improved electric engines. Well, we know how important that is. Nuclear power and propulsion, though. Starts with hydrogen production. You know how much I like that. I want to start with hydrogen production and nuclear power. Thank you. They are offering potentially other star systems, but we have to start with the real solar system. And I definitely want the tutorials, so we're gonna go like this. Rival. Veteran. I'm just gonna have Pioneer difficulty. Helium-3. Look at them trying to push an asteroid. Look. It's that sort of thing that's gotten people very interested in this game. So why haven't I played it? Well, first of all, I like actually controlling ships manually. Second of all, the UI could do with some work. Or at least last time I played it, the UI could do with some work. So your mission is to lead us in the conquest of the... I don't know about Conquest 2. Some framing could be improved. We're about to schedule our first flights into space, then to the moon and other planets. Eventually we'll colonize, terraform, and perhaps one day venture to the stars. I'll be your assistant. You seem too old. I need a young assistant. Anyway, look for tutorial information in the top left corner. I'm already a curmudgeon-y old person. I don't need somebody like that as my assistant. So, we deliver a space telescope from Earth directly to Earth orbit and then observe Luna so that we can find a landing spot. Okay. So, click on the Earth icon. Earth icon contains all the information about the planet, as well as building spacecraft and launch vehicles you have on it. You can begin planning missions here. The math also is a little bit dubious. Cargo capacity 1,000 kilotons somehow. And then we've got a 2-ton space telescope. Launch vehicles are optimized for moving things from surface to orbit, but aren't capable of traveling to other planets. Okay. So we've got a 10-ton capacity orbital launcher. And then we've got the required and effective delta V, which I had questions about too. The total propellant needed 27.2 tons for a 2-ton payload is about right. That's okay. I mean, it's a little bit on the low side, but it's okay. It should probably be more propellant for 2 tons. Okay, speed up time and wait. Okay, so that's another thing. I would really have liked a launch. An option to watch the launch would have been nice. What was it? Mars Horizon let you see the launches. I like that, but oh well. Exploration panel. Object to observe, Luna. Accept. Okay, so we've observed Luna. We cannot hope to reach farther if we don't start on our closest neighbor. It's time to send a probe to Earth's companion. Prepare a spacecraft to deliver a probe to Luna. Construct a spacecraft. So, Earth. Use spacecraft. All this stuff, I mean... We have to look at the little icons to figure out what we need. Fuel. Your fuel. So we have to manage our resources here. But now we're using the Sparrow to launch a probe. Launch cost is 150 tons of fuel, apparently. And it also costs 50 tons of metal. It says cargo capacity 2 tons, propellant capacity 20 tons. Can we really use a Sparrow for that? Seems like that adds up to 22 tons, doesn't it? And its mass is 1 ton, so that's 23 tons. Oh, okay, fine. We're building that. Let's just time warp. It wanted me to time warp anyway. We'll need a probe for this mission. The Iris is a spacecraft. We need a probe, which is the rover. And then we have to wait for that to finish. And I don't see where that is here. That was a very drastic sound. I'm moving it. I'm dragging it to Luna. Okay, then we can do it like this. Luna 1. Spacecraft are vehicles designed for traveling between planets and orbits. Okay. So we use the Iris as our spacecraft, with the probe as our cargo. I still don't see how the Sparrow could be our launch vehicle when its capacity to orbit is 10 tons. So see here I'm confused. Sparrow has a capacity to orbit of 10 tons. Spacecraft propellant is 20 tons. Plus, its dry mass is 1 ton and its payload is 2 tons potentially, but its cargo is 1 ton. Now we could reduce it, and that would be better for the Sparrow, right? So I mean, then down here it's fine. That's correct. And then our flight plan is from Earth to the Moon. The required delta V is not 2 kilometers per second. The required delta V is 3 kilometers per second. These are the things that annoyed me previously. I mean, it's very fancy. I mean, it's even got the little flight path and everything. Look, we launch. It's going... Well, it's paused, I think. Oh! And then the lunar landing happens without me being able to see it. So... yeah. Especially for the first lunar landing, I wanted to, like, see it. But... this is not that kind of game. So, now we have to research. And we research Starship. Well, it's called Stratos, but we know what it is. So, spacecraft. Found water on Luna. Okay, we have researched Stratos. Send it on a mission. Found water on Mars. We weren't even observing it yet. I didn't tell him to observe Mars. We didn't even send a probe yet. Silicon even. Okay, and then we need a launch vehicle. We could have probably built it at the same time. This guy called Eagle. New offer on Earth to buy oxygen. I think we can get oxygen without buying it, maybe. Okay, so now we want to deliver to the moon. Stratos. And... What did I just do? I thought we were supposed to put a capsule. I guess that's just... Well, supplies represent food, water, and oxygen, and other necessities for human survival. Can be made on farms or purchased on Earth, and are required by humans in transport to survive the trip. 6 months of supplies for 5 crew, it says. Guess the crew compartment doesn't need to be built separately, unlike the probe. That's what's confusing me. I thought it would need to be built separately like the probe. Or maybe we already have it. Oh, see, I would have liked to have paid attention to that. Okay, Luna. Now we have to bring them back to Earth. And we still use the Stratos. And we want the crew compartment, right? Or do we want the probe? Maybe we should bring back the probe instead. Leave the crew there. Stratos' engines are powerful enough to escape Luna's weak gravity on their own. We don't need a launch vehicle this time. How do we know that, though? We sent them with 6 months of supplies. They've only used a little bit of that. Shouldn't we leave them there for a little while? It says bring back the crew within 10 days, so... Okay. Plop. They smack into the Earth. So, lunar landing contract fulfilled. And we got 2.2 million. And then we can do other stuff. Okay. It seems to want a Falcon. So it's building them in parallel. Found nitrogen on Mars. We're just finding everything on Mars, really. Carbon dioxide probably could have been found a lot earlier than some of the other things. Iron will perhaps be the last thing we find. Okay, so... how do I get rid of something in the queue? Well, anyway, we need an iris. Oh, I guess that's actually in inventory or something. And then we also need a rover. Skip it. Okay, so now we plan the mission. We're going to Mars. We're going to want... well, the spacecraft is an iris. The cargo is a probe. And we're using a Falcon. Here's a pork chop plot thingy. Interplanetary transfers have pork chop plots. Optimal transfer between planets. I guess just find me optimal. I mean, I don't even need a pork chop plot then. Okay. 210 tons of propellant. That's for the transfer, right? We could also have less spacecraft propellant. So our trajectory, once Earth gets here, we'll launch our mission. There's a flora? I didn't even know there was a flora. Okay, off it goes. I wonder what the little red cross sign means. We're going past the orbit of Mars to slow down. We found helium on Halley's Comet. That's special. And smack. Should be able to lead your own space agency. Okay. They said I could do it on my own. Okay, deliver orbital construction directly to Earth orbit. Okay. So, do we have some of this orbital construction? So we'll have some orbital construction, which is alloys and electronics, and has a 50-ton mass, right? 50 tons. We've got a Stratos spacecraft capable of carrying 50 tons. But just out of curiosity, I'm gonna make an iris and see if it'll let me carry the 50-ton thing or not. Let me build a hawk too, just for the heck of it. Okay. Maybe we should deliver some of this other stuff too. Alright. No, Earth. Earth orbit, right? And we want... Maybe we can just have the payload container. I think we just need a payload container. Add module. Orbital construction. 50 tons. There's a 42-ton launcher. It won't let me. Okay, fine. We can use the Hawk then. It's overkill though. We should just put more boosters on the Falcon. Okay, we've delivered it directly to Earth orbit. We have to deliver this other stuff to Earth orbit too. Fewer alloys. Fine, I'll type it in. 150 tons. And then add electronics, yes, 25 tons. And then whatever the heck that is, polymers. I did this the last time I played this too. I've gotten this far. 50 tons. Okay, so we're happy now. 225. So that would have been too large for the other launcher anyway. We have to use the Eagle. Okay. Now, how do we construct something in Earth orbit? Orbital shipyard. Earth orbit's like here. See, this is all very peculiar, but alright. Telescope, yeah. Spacecraft, no. Well, apparently this is not how I... What the heck? Habitability. How do I construct the orbital shipyard? Facility info, yeah, okay. Oh, maybe this... Nope. Oh, here. Gosh. Well, this is where it all... okay. We're building that, I think. Well, while it's doing that, we might as well multitask. We need a mining module for Mars? Oh, there it is. Mining module. We need construction equipment. Let's have some construction equipment. And then we have to, we'll just say we're delivering all this stuff. Metal, rare metal, supplies, and such. So we have a Stratos, so we can use that. I don't even know, I guess we're building an Eagle. I don't recall telling it to do that, but... Alright, let's plan a mission to Mars. And we wanted a drill. And we wanted construction equipment. And we wanted... Now, I can only carry 100 tons only. So we've got 80 tons left. And conveniently, they've got 180 tons worth of stuff here. So, it'll be 80 tons on this one, and then we'll send another 100 tons separately. So supplies, well, we'll send the supplies later. Well, no, it doesn't work out mathematically if we don't send the supplies now, so... Okay, and then glass is apparently some sort of singularity. 50 tons of glass. My gosh, what are they doing with it? I guess it's all domes. 10 tons of alloys. Okay, and then Eagle. And really... any old time will do. Okay, so we've planned that whole thing. In theory, we're constructing the orbital shipyard, but I have no idea. Okay, here it is. 43 days left. I don't understand gravitational slingshots. Selene is another light aircraft, or spacecraft. Okay. That's not a facility. I should have been doing research, shouldn't I have? Selene is one of these. Okay, fine, I'll research Selene. Might as well research some other stuff. Let's queue some stuff up. Prometheus sounds dangerous. I don't know why Nike is locked. Expanded cargo bays. Sure. That's how that works. Solar sails. Yeah, eventually. Space alloys. Better do. Spin launch. Never. They've actually got stuff falling. You have to do spin launch in order to get a space elevator? That sucks. Improve solar cells. Molten fission system. Oh, well, that's... See, we haven't even gotten to use our nuclear power. That was NASA's special thing, and we haven't even gotten to use it. Oh, gosh. Oh, I've finished the space dock. Energy. Ground facilities require energy to function. I don't want that. Energy is produced in power facilities. Each type of power facility produces different amounts of energy depending on circumstances. Solar rays produce more the closer you are to the sun. Wind power only works in an atmosphere, while nuclear power provides a lot of energy anywhere, but requires a steady supply of fissiles to function. If you don't, over a few years, anyway, if you don't have enough energy to power all your facilities fully, they will work at a reduced speed. Unused production facilities only consume power when active, so if certain buildings on the planet are not active, you can consider constructing batteries to stockpile initial energy. Sound. Moonbase Alpha. But we're not constructing the construction equipment on Luna. We don't have the resources to do that. So we're gonna have to send construction equipment to Luna. Well, fair enough. We're already sending it to Mars. We should probably just send a mining module. Will it automatically get resources if I send a mining module to the moon? Why don't I just send the mining module to the moon? Wait, what happened to the queue for the construction equipment? Come on. It's so easy, and it makes it all too easy, really. And then we have to send people, though. Then it gets dangerous. Okay, and then we might as well have spacecraft to carry these things. We're researching a different one, but let's just get Stratos for now. Oh, I lack resources. I needed more polymers. I had the polymers being sent over to... Wait. Not polymers? Alloys. Polymers? Polymers. I need to manufacture polymers on Earth somehow? Do we have a polymer manufacturing facility? Well, alright, fine. We'll buy it for now. Now I need some alloys too. Well, let's get a hawk. I don't know if we need a... Well, I don't know if... For a Stratos, do we need an eagle? We'll see. I guess I'll queue up an eagle as well. I mean, it just needs metal and rare metal. Practically swimming in those things. Okay, I definitely had a mission being prepared for Mars, and I don't know what's happened to it. Okay, it's apparently still on the way or something. It'll reach in June. Where are you? Oh, it's there. That's where it is. I just want to get this cleared up. Oh, is the construction equipment done? Okay, fine. We'll plan that mission. 5 tons. Well, I can't carry that. Okay, just checking. I wish I had that other spacecraft ready, but I don't. And I wanted to send a mining module as well. Maybe we should send some resources, but they should just mine it. Hawk. Hawk is okay for this one. Somehow. Can only get 200 tons to orbit, but it can get 1,000 tons of spacecraft propellant. It can get 1,000 tons of spacecraft propellant, but the total propellant needed is 1,450. Anyway, but I mean, I could be nice about it, because we only need 2 kilometers per second to get to the moon somehow. So then it can be within the Hawk's capabilities. But why would I bother? Well, but then it is taking up our fuel. We have fuel stores somewhere. So maybe I shouldn't use so much fuel. Right? We've got 30.8 kilotons of fuel. I shouldn't waste it. I don't know. Do we produce it somehow? If I build a fuel production facility on Earth, like a fuel refinery here, it consumes water. So that's hydrolox. I don't know how mass conservation works there. And it's got energy consumption. But if I just have it sitting on Earth, will it still produce fuel? Or does it have to be deployed somewhere else? Electrolysis is more obviously hydrolox, so I don't know what this is producing with the water. Okay, we need a new... We did most of that, but we need a new mission to Mars.